Hi everybody, it's Michelle with Grapevine Magazine, and I am in beautiful downtown Port Hope today at Kingsmill Kitchens and Baths, and we're chatting today with Gary Potter. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you, Michelle. Hello, how are you?
Great, thank you so much. What a beautiful space you have here. So, how long have you been at Kingsmill?
We've been here 10 years. We started in Toronto 22 years ago and moved here, and we're, as you can see, we're in the process of renovating again. It's an ongoing process here when you have a showroom.
Right, but that's a long time to be doing kitchens and baths, so obviously the company has a lot of experience with that.
Yes, and as I say, we started in Toronto and in the Kingsway in Toronto, and we thought there was a need here, and we started advertising with Grapevine and a number of other outlets, and here we are.
Right. Okay, let's focus in a little bit on kitchens and what you offer with regards to kitchens, folks, because everybody needs a good kitchen and an island.
That's right, an island. Yeah, speaking of islands, yeah. So we've sort of gone through a process in which we take the client step by step. We like them to come into the showroom, discuss their needs, and we go out, measure, photograph their space as it is. We have an 8-page form for them to fill out, basically homework, to tell us what they would like, what they don't like. Budget, of course, comes into it. And then they come back to the showroom sometime later and we go over the step-by-step that we've outlined for them. Hopefully they'll be delighted with what we're doing.
Right.
Then we have what we call a trade day, in which we go to their home with the trades, the electrician, the plumber, the person who's going to be tearing it out, and they come back with us so we know what the numbers are going to be going in. The client doesn't want to be surprised by something halfway through the job saying, oh my goodness, we couldn't do that. And we want to know beforehand that there's going to be an issue so we can cut it off at the pass, so to speak.
That's very interesting to know. So yeah, so folks, if you're thinking of remodeling your kitchen or upgrading your kitchen, I mean, obviously come and chat with Gary here at Kingsmill Kitchen and Baths, because it is a process, and we all know the kitchen is the heart of the home, and I think that it's fantastic that you pay so much attention to detail in the step-by-step process.
Well, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. If you've ever done a renovation, you'll know that firsthand, that some things you don't, and even when we are doing it, sometimes it come up against something that we didn't expect. But if you don't plan, it's going to be a problem.
Could be chaos.
It could be chaos. Yes.
Unnecessary chaos. Start to finish, when it comes to a kitchen, what's the timeline that someone should keep in mind?
Well, if you take the design process, that may take 2 or 3 weeks to come up with something that everybody is happy with,
right,
financially as well as the design process. But you've got the tear out, you may need a new floor, walls being, so it depends on how much is being done. But you can, if you're looking at with a stone countertop in which you have to template it, you're probably looking at 4 to 6 weeks.
Right, well that's not too bad. That's not too bad to be out of your kitchen.
No,
I don't know. It's barbecue season, folks, so plan your kitchen now, right?
Right.
You can use the
That's
barbecue. Right. So you deal with all the appliances, you deal with the stoneware,
yes,
you deal with the faucets, like everything.
Everything. And if they have something that they really like, that they have a brand that they've always used and they want to continue using it, certainly we can get that for them as well. But we prefer to have a hands-on thing so that when there's something goes wrong, we're aware of it, and it doesn't blindside us, because if they're having somebody else supply something, we don't know quite what can happen, right, and suddenly the appliances aren't there for 4 weeks after we've started the job.
And it holds everything up.
It holds everything
and
up.
And it holds the tradespeople up too, because that's something you have to think about, because
and
you
really,
have to schedule all of that.
And really scheduling the trades, it's hard, because we had an issue this week in which we had an overlap and somebody didn't show up, and
and that puts it back a bit.
It puts it back.
So you have to be flexible, folks, too, and realize, a kitchen is it's a big undertaking.
It's a major job, yes.
But I can imagine the job that you would do would turn out being so beautiful, right? I can imagine my kitchen stylized from scratch, right? Let's chat a little bit about bathrooms. So what are you doing as far as bathrooms go?
In a lot of ways, it's the same process. We like you to come in and look at and we've got a portfolio there of bathrooms that we've done. And in fact, if you've got some sort of look that you like, that you've got on Instagram or any of the other online things that are going on, you can bring that in and show us what you'd like. But again, we've got that step-by-step process of what we do. We go out, we photograph. You may need to encroach on a closet, or we may be
taking out the
closet and
opening it up.
So different ways of going about it. But again, the process is similar. And then you come back in here and we go over. We show them a plan of what they have now, and then what they could have. And it's helpful to them because they can say, "Wow, that's really different." And then we also do the color renderings and that, so that they can see what it would really look like in the color.
So really nice 3D with the color.
Absolutely,
oh, wow, that's
yes.
really cool.
It's really helpful. Some people can't quite understand
visualize it.
Yes, so it's helpful.
Right. I noticed that you carry paints in here.
We do, Faro and Ball. And
I've never heard of that brand before, Faro and Ball.
Faro and Ball. Is that well? There you go. I thought it was a well-known brand, but apparently not as well-known as I thought.
It sounds dignified and
It is. It's
refined.
It's a premium paint. It's from England. And the reason we've got that paint is there are 131 colors or something like that, and that's what you have. So if you come in and say to me, "Oh, I like that color, but can you do it a little bit lighter?" No, we can't. It's pre-mixed, and that's one of the things we like, because we don't want to have to mix colors for people. And but the thing is, once you start using it, you're really going to love it. It's a premium paint. It covers beautifully, non-toxic, no smell. It's really quite something. And we have the little testers there.
Yes.
As you can paint it on a board and take it around and move it around.
Yeah, I can see from here, folks, he's got my butter yellow that I love in a kitchen. That butter yellow, that pale yellow.
That warm, nice
that
warm color.
Yes, absolutely.
Sunshiny color.
What else should we know about Kingsmill Kitchens and Baths, Gary?
We have a lot of, pretty well all the major stone suppliers, all the quartz, all the granites, soapstone. A lady was talking to me about soapstone today.
How is that for kitchen tops, soapstone?
Soapstone is wonderful. It is wonderful.
Because you hear a lot about, people invest so much about the countertop, right? The stone.
It's a major expense, no doubt about it.
Right, but soapstone is good, because I would think soapstone is soft, but
it is soft. It is soft. And one of the I guess the disadvantage, if you want, it only comes in so many colors. It's like it's in the dark range.
Yeah, but then you can put good color on the wall.
That's right. There you go. But the great thing about it is, you put hot pots on it, cold dishes on it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't react. Whereas you can have quartz or something like that. If you persist in putting a hot pot or something like that, it can react and break.
Right.
I mean, I've never had it happen, but it's a warning that we were certainly given. But soapstone has no such problem.
Right.
It's a really great surface.
So you have all the tiles here that you need, even for the bathrooms, everything you like from start to finish.
Yes.
You have everything that we need in the store here, guys.
Correct. And if you don't find what you like here, when we have access to a lot of the major stores in Toronto that can deal with other tiles and.
Right. What are some of the trends that you've been noticing, if you've noticed any recently, like in kitchens and bathrooms?
There's it's more sleek. Certainly no raised panel doors anymore. That was one of the things, like years ago, was like a raised panel door, and then it went to shaker and a flat panel. Shaker is still very popular, but a slab door now. We've just done one recently in which we mixed the two colors. Was a white and a walnut. Ooh. And both were plain. And actually, it's in here. It's in here.
It's in the magazine.
There you go. See,
it's
there's
that one.
There's the walnut right there.
It's in the very front cover, guys. There, you can see that.
So that was.
Yeah, that's very sleek.
Yeah, it's
timeless and classic, as it says.
There you go. Yes.
Right. Well, anything else you want to let our folks know about Kingsmill Kitchen and Baths?
Well, I was telling you about the renovation before we started here.
Yeah.
We're putting in an enormous island here, and the renovation behind there. But in the island itself, we're putting in a 5-foot workstation, in which it's basically just a long sink,
right,
and 2 faucets and.
It's got
cutting boards and moving back and forth. It's wonderful.
I've seen them, folks, on Instagram, and they're amazing. Like for someone like myself, in the kitchen a lot, or anybody in the kitchen. It's the boards pull out, your sink is underneath. It's super handy, super sleek.
Really nice, really nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I noticed you have a barbecue here. What's with the barbecue?
We do outdoor kitchens as well.
Ha! Go figure.
There you go.
Outdoor and indoor.
Yes.
Oh,
covering
my
all the
gosh.
bases.
Yeah, I was wondering why the barbecue was in the kitchen and bath place, right? Nice. Well, Gary, it's been lovely chatting with you, and really appreciate you being in Grapevine Magazine.
All right.
Folks, don't forget and like and follow them on Instagram, because you're active on that, and us for that matter. And follow our YouTube channel, Grapevine Magazine YouTube channel. We would appreciate that. Gary, it's been a pleasure.
Nice to talk to you, Michelle.
All right, take care.